Hello, thank you for joining me here. Thank you for coming back to the channel, Redeeming Treasures. My name is Kalina. I am a reseller, both locally here with vending booths, and I also have a small store on eBay that I absolutely love. So, yesterday we got things ready to take down to our booth that is about 45 minutes away, and there is about 600 square feet that I work with in 3 separate spots. So I'm going to insert some pictures now showing you how I went about placing some of those items that I prepped from my last video, and you can see how it turned out and hopefully they sell. Last week we sold about 10 to 12 items and I am happy with that. That's decent for me in this area. So here we go. Let's talk about some things that sold. Yesterday, I sold an L.E. Smith Moon and Stars pair of candlestick holders. They were a beautiful kind of a ruby red, rubina color. It's hard to explain, but they were iridized and they were just so beautiful. And I saw these in another fellow vendor's booth here locally, and I saw them and I've watched them for quite a while and they just didn't seem to be moving. And so sometimes what I like to do is pick up items from other vendors in my local area and sell the item on eBay because there's not a lot of people in my area that do that. And so just to help other booth owners out, and so I went ahead and purchased them for $31. I only sold them for $40. I only made a few dollars. By the way, my eBay setup is to have the buyer pay the shipping, so I don't worry about that. But I only sold them for like $40, but I just loved them so much. They were beautiful. I wanted to get them to a home where they would be appreciated and loved, and then you're helping out a fellow booth owner as well. And so it was just one of those things, an act of kindness from one reseller to another. And do they know what I do? No, but that's not what it's about. It's just about spreading kindness and joy and helping people out. In my area, a $30 purchase out of your booth is a decent amount. And so I'm very excited to send that order out. And honestly, it was another order on my eBay. It's building my store. It's just a good thing all around. So some things I sold today that we are going to get shipped out. I sold this cute little baby doll here. It's a vintage little baby doll. There's a collection of these. This is from 1980s. It's a Louis Globe. The tag's kind of covered up there. I can't really tell. But we sold this for $10.95, and we're going to get this shipped out today. But I believe I picked this up for only like 50 cents or 25 cents. I'm not sure. I can source things pretty cheap around here usually, and this is one of those items. So I picked it up for 25 cents, 75 cents, and sold it for $10.95. And a collector of these has a new piece, so I'm very much excited for that. I've got my thank you note wrote. We're gonna get that shipped out. The next piece I sold is this jar. This is an antique jar, antique vintage, but could possibly getting as old as antique now. This is a shaker jar. This is uranium glass. It glows. This probably would have been a part of a Hoosier cabinet system with all of the different jars for like flour and baking and spices and all those things. So this is a nice piece. This actually belonged to my mom. I sold it for her, and we sold this piece for $18. We did just accept an offer on that, and I am happy with that, and my mom's happy with that. So we're going to get this sent out today. Another piece that we sold that I'm not going to pick up because it's in multiple pieces is this nativity set here. I picked this nativity set up at Goodwill just a few weeks ago, actually, for like $5 or $6. I sold it for $18. And Joseph's staff is loose. It did break off. I made a note of that in my listing that it would need to be repaired. And the buyer is still perfectly fine with that. And so it's actually easier to ship. I'll be able to package this staff much easier and safer than if I were to have attached it and then tried to wrap it and package it. So it's okay if your things are not perfect. They can still be redeemed. And the last thing that I sold was a very old listing of mine, and it is this vintage San Diego calendar, and it has really cool images. It's from 1981, and there are some really neat pictures in here, and it's got some wear. It's got a few writing pieces in it, but nothing too disturbing, but the images are really cool. And so we are going to send that out. Now, the thing is, I didn't write a thank you note because I'm sending that media mail. And from my understanding is that you can't include any correspondence in your media mail. So I tend not to write a thank you note for those because I just don't want to break the rules. And so I'm not sure if I am wrong on that and I can include a thank you note in media mail, let me know because I would love to do that. Okay, so those are the things I'm going to package and I'm going to get shipped out. Last night I was also able to get some items listed, and so I'm going to show you a few of those pieces just real quick. Like here is this is adorable. It's all vegetables. It's a ceramic butter dish. There we go. I picked this up from our vendor mall in Hastings, a while from here. And a vendor is going out of business, or they're just ending their time there. And they were offering their merchandise for 90% off. So I was able to pick this guy up for like $2 or a little bit less than $2, and I just got him listed last night. He does have a few little imperfections, a few little chippies, but he's kind of a hard to find piece. He's 1993, made in Taiwan. I believe he is a replica of a piece that was made that is Italian. This is not that. This is a replica. And it's still super cute, super adorable, and I know someone out there is going to love to have that piece in their collection. Okay, next piece that I found and listed was from that same vendor who was selling out, and this is a perpetual flip calendar. These things are quite fun, and this one is from Alabama, and it's all in working condition, and you just move this and it flips the calendar, and it has the month and the day of the week down here that you just turn these little dials for. These are a really fun piece to find, and I'm excited to send this on to a person who collects these. I believe I paid about $1 for that. So we've got that one listed. I did get my Tattertail Angel. I was able to research her a little bit more. I have the only one of this design on eBay right now, so I went ahead and got her listed and put her up for sale. And then we got this. Oh, this is heavy. This is like 5 pounds of glass. And it's like a diffuser or like a perfumed oil type of thing going on here. I really don't know much about this. This was in a box that I had in my death piles that I just really didn't know I had. So I saw this piece. I'm like, I'm just going to throw this up and get this listed. It's got its cord right in there. It's got its cap. It's a complete set. It's a high quality piece. And so I just put this up starting at $18.95, and maybe someone out there will really like this as a display piece for their house. Last thing that I got listed last night is a set of 12 of this American Fostoria salad plates, and I have 12 of these, and so I happen to have a lot of American Fostoria, but most of it is in my local booth here. But I did get these up and listed, and some people like to use these for the holiday season. They use this. It's a beautiful pattern. I believe this is called a Cubist pattern, and it is American Fostoria. And so we've got that listed up in our store now on eBay. So what we're going to do for the rest of the day, me and my coworker there, who is absolutely lazy as all get out, but we're going to get to work. We're going to ship the items, and then later today I am going to show you one of my mini death piles that I am trying to work through, or we can call it a money pile. I like that better. I don't know how much money is in this pile, but we'll figure it out and we'll check into it. So I will show you some of that, and we'll hopefully get some of the items priced and ready to go for our in-town vendor booth. I realized that in my last video that I say the word way too many times. So I am challenging myself in this journey to try not to say that for the rest of the video. So we are going to see how well we do. Thank you so much for watching up to here. Again, my channel is not about me teaching. There are a lot of other people that are amazing at that you can learn from and be able to grow in that way. But my channel is all about the journey, making the mistakes, and just sharing my ups, my downs, my progress forward. Again, perfection is the greatest enemy to progress forward. And so, no, these are not perfect videos for sure, but we are making progress forward, and we are sharing the journey, and hopefully going to be able to encourage one another as we go along this road. So, off to shipping, and then we will check out the money pile, see what's in there, because I don't know. Okay, so we have got all the packages shipped and sent off, and so we are so excited to send those off, and it's like sending presents to people. I love that. So now we had lunch and did chores, and we are moving on to the next project for the day. And right now I just wanted to show you, instead of my piles being called death piles or money piles or things like that, I actually call them zones. So if I say zones, now you know what I'm talking about. So I recently was able to clean out an entire zone, which I'm standing in right now, which says a lot because 1 month ago, you could not even walk in this room. It was so full and stacked. So I'm going to show you how empty and clean this room is now, which I love. It created space, and it just feels so good. However, the rest of the pile is sitting in my living room to be processed. So that is the next project for the day. And so first off, I'm going to show you this room, and then we're going to head upstairs and I'll show you the pile that I am trying to make it through. So here is the room. And looky there, you can actually see the floor. For me, that's an accomplishment, guys. All the way back. This was stacked full, this entire room. So now everything in here are things we're keeping, keepsakes, and things like that. So one zone is about to be completely finished if I can just get that pile upstairs done. So let's go check it out. Alrighty then, here it is. Here is the zone in my living room that I am trying to process and clean out. The problem with this zone is, one, a lot of it is Christmas, and two, there's a lot of littles in there. So what I'm going to do is I am going to go through this and I'm going to create a pile of eBay, a pile for booths, a pile for Goodwill, and if there's any trash in there, I'm going to go ahead and just throw it away and call it good. So that is my pile, and we are going to see how far we can get in about an hour. That's how much time we have to work with now. Okay, here we go. Let's get this done. Okay, we are back an hour later. Had a small interruption to our moment there, but we were still able to get a good chunk done. It was not processed completely like I had thought, but that's okay. Forward progress made. I am going to have to vacuum and sweep and get this area cleaned up, but look at all that space. And now we're going to come in here where we are. This is where we're working and processing. We made a pile here for Goodwill, so we're going to let all that stuff go. This is a pile here. This tote is going to go back downstairs and honestly put on a different zone because we just don't have time to deal with all the things that are in there. I did go through everything. This tote here is full of Christmas stuff that kind of belongs to me, some that could be processed. Christmas cards, and these you can put a picture in. It's got envelopes in there. They have never been opened or used, so I'm gonna probably put those in one of our booths. And we got this beautiful Christmas bowl here that is gonna go in a booth. Now in this box, I totally forgot about these. I bought these sometime during the year, and they're these glass angel ornaments. They're beautiful. And I'm not quite sure. I'm going to do a little research on them. They've got some beautiful glass wings and really pretty colors going through with those swirls. I'd be a little bit nervous of shipping these. It's not impossible, but definitely need some extra care in doing so. So I might actually, I paid $2.50 for all of them, but I might actually put these in my booth. I might price them individually, and we could get a little profit from those. Okay, got kind of piles going everywhere. We got this Christmas plate for Santa's cookies. You know, he needs his cookies. And this here, this is one of my kids' vests. It was a hand-me-down from a cousin, and it's got this super cute holiday Santa Express, and it even goes along onto the back there. So we're going to go ahead, and my kids have outgrown this. We're going to go ahead and send that along to somebody who might really enjoy that for their kiddos. Okay, how many of you growing up remember these? These are the Schwann's ice cream tins, and Schwann's is no longer Schwann's anymore. It turned to a company, I believe, called Yellow. However, this was a big deal. Every year, these would come out, and you would buy these holiday tins. This is the year 2014 with a Terry Redlin image on it there. Beautiful tins, fun to decorate with, but definitely sparked some memories when I saw that. Here we have this Christmas tree. It is just a cute little tabletop Christmas tree. I thought I could hang some of those ornaments that I have over there and hang them up on that tree and put it in our booth, and that would work very well for display. Here we have a stocking hanger by Cedar Creek. I do not know this brand yet, so I just left this out to look into it and see if it's anything special. Unfortunately, out of all of those boxes and things, we did not find the $1 million item, but you know what? That's okay. We just keep on moving on to our next items here. We've got this cute little Thai Beanie Baby Santa. He's gonna go in the kids booth. And here we have some random little animals. I've done really well with older farm toys, so I'm gonna check those out. I did a huge booth buyout when I expanded in my vendor mall location, and this just happens to be his some of the items that I bought out from that area, and so we can go ahead and process those and move those along. This is cute. This is super adorable, and I'm gonna look into it. I don't know much about it. It's Party Light, but this is the ceramic candle with the Christmas tree set, and it's got the candles in here. It's never been used. It is still in its original box here. I've got the lid underneath, so I'm gonna look into that, and maybe this might be an eBay item. If not, we will put it in our store. The box has a little bit of a tear there. That's a bummer. Okay, all right, moving guys, we're back. Sorry about that. That was crazy. We just had one of our church friends stop by, and they made this whole tray of goodies here for us for Christmas. We're going to share that with our family. That was so sweet of them. So how cool is that? That is a fun holiday surprise today. Okay. Now we are going back to the random things that we found in those boxes. This here is a vintage leather belt, and it's got a really cool old design with some eagles on it. It is leather. Here it says top grained leather. This was made in Mexico. I'm going to look into this, but we might go ahead and put that up on eBay and get that to someone. Here is a whole nother pile of old cookbooks. Some of these are from mid-century cookware items and skillets and different things like that. So these will be fun. I will probably list most of these on eBay just for fun. Some of it is Taste of Homes, all sorts of goodies in there. I might lot some up, but we will get to that eventually. And this is a really cool piece. I think this was maybe used for malts at a soda fountain, possibly. I don't know how old that piece is. Here we have two Planters Peanuts, little containers that will definitely need to be washed and cleaned out, but these are Mr. Peanut brand. They're the glass jars here, so we're gonna, got the emblem on the top there. We're gonna go ahead and wash those and look into those. All right, a couple fun things. Oh, these ornaments here will go on the Christmas tree. These are some Avon candles in the original box. This was their Autumn Harvest sculpted tapers, and these have never been used. I'm gonna try and pull them out so you can see them. I don't know about these, so we're gonna go ahead and look into if somebody would be excited to have those. They are very beautiful in there. They look like they're two-toned, and they've got some lovely corn on there. So I'm going to look into those and see if someone might be interested in those. Very random stencils. That's interesting. Here we have Christmas stencils. Now, I thought these were pretty fun. And you can definitely tell they've got some age to them. Look at that, Christmas stencils, 25 for 39 cents. Very neat. So I'm gonna look into those and see about sending those on. And then we have this teacher tray. I will not yell. I will not throw things. I will not get mad and hit. I will not have a tantrum. I will always be good in class because I am the teacher. That is super cute. Looks like it was a homemade kind of thing, and I am going to put that somewhere. I'm not sure if I'll eBay that or if it'll go into a booth. the last piece I have is this, and I have a welder husband. I'm going to ask him about this. It looks interesting, so I'm going to be excited to learn about what this might be. So I'm going to go ahead and ask him about that. It is solid, it is heavy, it is metal. I don't know if it was someone's artwork project or if this is special in the quality of metal that it is. So I'll just ask him and check it out. And here we have just a random box I'm going to go put on a different zone. There we have Sid. Hi, Sid. Yes, you're sweet. All of that, we got it all processed and it's going out the door. Wonderful. And then if you guys remember from the other video, I picked this wonderful Santa up. There are so many of these already online. I am going to put them in my booth. And this is by David, is it Freakman or Frakeman? I'm not sure. But it is a very cool piece. There's just too many online. So I'm going to go ahead and put him in the booth and we'll just go from there with him. All right, guys, it has been a day and it has been a good day and we got some work done. We got some areas cleaned out and some items processed. We sold some things, we shipped some things. It was good. And now it's time to end my work day as we're going to be picking up the boys here soon and they have the Christmas concert tonight for the twins. So we're going to go to that tonight. And then the next few days are going to be super busy. So I won't have time to work as we have a wedding in our church and I am the wedding coordinator. I am also the bride's personal attendant and singing for the wedding. We also have my husband's work Christmas party in there. And then I'm teaching Sunday school on Sunday. And then the twins have a birthday party as well. So we will do it. And we might not be perfect, but we are going to make it through. And we'll enjoy it as we go. So I just want to say thank you so much for joining me on today's adventure, on the steps forward, making progress, getting some things processed. It really is motivating to me. Coming up in one of my next videos, I want to go through my goal chart with you. Well, it's not really a chart, it's a notebook, but anyways, I thought it would be really helpful for us all to get our goals wrote down and work on making that progress forward. So I will share with you some of the ideas that I have behind goal setting and moving forward and making progress. So thank you so much for joining me today. I just hope you all have a wonderful weekend and make some good memories. And so remember, you are a treasure. So go live like one.